All right, that one went over. Talk. JD Naja, I'm trying to teach here, and have some fun. So let me just get through it. Slovakia. JD Naja, Word of Truth from Huntington Beach. Beautiful, sunny, kind of chilly. Huntington Beach Pier. Beautiful, world famous Huntington Beach, California. Jeff Deloach, JD Naja, Adonijah, David's son, David's fourth son, brother of Solomon. Heavenly Father, all things are in your hands. We bow to you, we praise you, we honor you. We give you our hearts, our soul. We give our spirit and everything we have onto you. And we fight for our brothers to the death. And we give up our lives for our friends. Because you said that's the greatest thing a man could do, is to die for our friends. And that's what the mighty men that come up under you will do. Protect and serve your people till the end. Amen. So let's just keep going. We're in the spirit. We're not in the flesh. We're not talking carnal stuff. We're talking one of the biggest tricks of the Bible. And the Lord does this on purpose. He did this on purpose. He talks about Leviathan. He talks about Behemoth. He talks about the giants. He talks about fighting, battle, war, death, slaughter. Adultery and things like that. What people don't understand, what most people don't understand, those are tricks. Those are tricks to get you to think carnally. Oh, they got slaughtered. There was nothing but death and bloodshed in the Old Testament. No, it's spiritual war, people. It's not. Come on, sir. So we see death, we see blood, we see when we fall down, we scrape our knee, it bleeds. Bones can be broken. So we read the Bible and we think, oh, it's just some story about people falling down and scraping their knee and breaking their leg. And come on, sir. Now, David, Israel was greatly afraid. We're going through Goliath came out, and Goliath has all this battle array on. He has the armor of the devil. He has all this brass and copper all over his body. He has his whole being is one big copper robot-like visage. He looks like a big ass armadillo, copper armadillo. He's got this long ass arms, and his whole persona, his aura is probably booming. Like, you look at him, you're like, damn, he has energy coming off him. Like, you understand what I'm saying? He had spiritual energy coming off him. Not it's figurative. He was spiritually strong in the dark side, probably is what it means. He had something, and they're like, what the fuck is that? There wasn't a lot of them. I don't know where they came from, these Nephilim. They say that the angels and the daughters of men had sex. It was more or less powerful men of renown had sex with the fucking Gentiles, the heathens, and it formed this weird fucked up thing. And that's where you get the glory of the Gentiles. How did this happen? The men of renown of Israel, these angels, these powerful beings, had sex with Gentiles. I almost spit off on that one. The Gentiles just because they're heathen, we know in the end of the days, the heathen, the Gentiles, they're going to be our glory. So when you think of Goliath, he's just like, he was a powerful being before there were powerful. He was the power of the Gentiles and the glory of the Gentiles before Jesus Christ. It was an anomaly. It was odd. It was strange. He was a strange fucking being. Not necessarily a big being. He was just different in a powerful way. There was a weird mix there between heathen and Israelite. Come on, sir. These are the things that are true. These are the things that are true. This is the true story of Israel. This is what I'm telling you. Oh, I think there was giants. Whatever. Okay, good for you. And now David was the son of that Ephrathite of Bethlehem, Judah. How many times have I told you people? Oh, fucking stupid ass. Oh, man. These dumbass black Hebrew Israelites, they think that David is anything different than Saul. Benjamin was born in Bethlehem, Ephratah. Where was David from? Bethlehem, Ephratah. Where was Samuel from? Bethlehem, Ephratah. Where was Ruth from? Bethlehem, Ephratah. Where was Jonathan from? Bethlehem, Ephratah. That's the power base, people. That's what it's saying. Well, Judah, Benjamin, you can only be one tribe. Come on, sir. Here's more proof. I've been saying it 100 times. I have to argue with people and break it down over and over and over and over again because everyone doubts JD Niger. Oh, he's just some white guy in a truck in Huntington Beach, some dumb surfer dude. Whatever. Now, David was the son of that Ephrathite of Bethlehem, Judah. Whose name was Jesse. And he had 8 sons, and the man went among them for an old man in the days of Saul. Old man Jesse, he was a man. He was the man. Jesse had 8 sons. Bethlehem, Ephratah, Zion, people. And the 3 eldest sons of Jesse went and followed Saul to the battle. And the names of the 3 sons who went to battle were Eliab, the firstborn, and next unto him Abinadab, and the third Shammah. And David was the youngest, and the 3 eldest followed Saul. But David went and returned from Saul to feed his father's sheep at Bethlehem. Oh, David's going to kick the house of Saul's ass. Same house, you dummies. How much of their bullshit are we going to believe until you start believing? How many times do I have to say it? I'm of Judah, of Benjamin, Bethlehem, Ephratah, of Jesse, of David. I'm David's son, Adonijah. You think I don't know my own fucking family? So was I talking about that yesterday? Yes, I was. Am I talking about it today? Yes, I am. Am I going to talk about it tomorrow? Probably. It's not going to change. Shit's not going to change, people. And David was the youngest, so on and so forth. And the Philistine drew near morning and evening and presented himself 40 days. 40 days and 40 nights in the damn boat. 40 days, 40 nights. These are the times of testing. What do you got, people? Are you going to stand up and claim your heritage, or are you going to fall by the wayside and fall into that ditch with the black Hebrew Israelites and be gnashing your teeth, giving me foot massages in the kingdom? And Jesse said unto David his son, Take now for thy brethren an ephah of the parched corn and these 10 loaves, and run to the camp to thy brethren. What's he telling them? Go give them some spirit. Give them the bread. Give them the word. What's bread? What's Bethlehem? House of bread. Why is David from Bethlehem? Because that's where the bread is. Why is J.D. Nija talking to you about biblical spiritual things? Because I got the bread. I'm from Bethlehem. House of bread. Where was Benjamin born? Bethlehem. Where was Jesus born? Bethlehem. Why? Because we have the bread. And carry these 10 cheeses unto the captain of their 1,000, and look how thy brethren fare, and take their pledge. 40 days they were tripping on this friggin' Philistine going, I don't know about that. Anybody want to try him? Nah, I'm not ready. You ready? I'm not ready. You ready? I'm not ready. These are studs. You think the sons of Jesse weren't studs? These were spiritual studs. But what happened? Little David, little Benji, the smallest and the youngest. The youngest. Who else was the youngest? Wasn't Benjamin the youngest of Jacob's sons? I'm such a dick. If I wasn't so pissed off at how stupid half these people are out here, I would be able to teach with some loving concern and care, but I mean, no one knows shit about my family. No one, House of David, House of David. You don't know shit about my family, you fuckers. GMS, you punks. Fucking third grade dropouts, man. Don't know nothing about Israel, but you claim to be Israel. How can that be? I don't get it. And David was the youngest. Who else was the youngest? Think, people. Use your gray matter. That's what the Lord gave it to you for. Out of Benjamin will lead them. The youngest, the leastest, the smallest. The one that's sitting here in his truck going, I'm scared of none of you dummies. GMS, Sakari. You should be listening to Vocab Malone and shut your fat fucking mouths. He's trying to help you. He's got a little bit of pull. I don't have any pull yet. But I will. You'll see. Now Saul and they and all the men of Israel were in the valley of Elah fighting with the Philistines. So they were fighting all the rest of the weaker Philistines, but they had Goliath laid down a fucking line in the sand and said, if one of you can come up and fight me and defeat me, you got it. If not, you're going to be our slaves. And everyone's like, they didn't want to do it, right? And David rose up early in the morning and left the sheep with the keeper and took and went as Jesse had commanded him. And he came to the trench town, as the host was going forth to fight, and shouted for the battle. For Israel and the Philistines had put the battle in array, army against army. And David left his carriage in the hand of the keeper of the carriage and ran into the army and came and saluted his brethren. And as he talked with them, behold, there came up the champion, the Philistine of Gath, Goliath by name, out of the armies of the Philistines, and spoke according to the same words. And David heard them. And all the men of Israel, when they saw the man, fled from him and were sore afraid. Here comes fucking the giant. Here comes this fucking spiritual glowworm. They're like, what the fuck? And they ran. They saw the spiritual glowworm. And the men of Israel said, have ye seen this man that is come up? Surely to defy Israel is he come up, and he shall be that the man who killeth him, the king will enrich him with great riches, and will give him his daughter, and make his father's house free in Israel. So what happened, people? Let me see what I got. What happened? David freed the kingdom under King Saul. Do you think the kingdom of King Saul is not going to... David saved the kingdom of King Saul by killing Goliath. What is going on here, people? Does anyone ever read the Bible, or do they just believe everything that they heard come out of the pulpit? Do you ever just read the Bible and try and figure out what the fuck is going on here? Without going, damn, he was a big dude. No, he was a fucking glowworm. He was a spiritual power, he was a spiritual giant, it's a simile, people, it's figurative. Am I fighting these weak little punk BHI boneheads? Yeah, because there's a bunch of them. They're in array, they're everywhere. They're like fucking cockroaches. And David spoke to the men that stood by him, saying, what shall be done to the man that killed this Philistine and take away the reproach from Israel? For who is this uncircumcised Philistine, that he should defy the armies of the living God? Now David's talking. Now we got someone up there. Now we got spiritual power. Now we see it. Who is this Tahar fucker? Not running from his ass. Gabar, Ricard, Gorilla Hebrew, Nate the Great, Masturbate. Fuck these guys. Uncircumcised fucking men of Balal. Believing that Joseph is the father of my savior, my brother. Fuck you guys. How many times do I have to say it? Fuck you, BHI buttholes. With a capital F, dudes. You guys are going to fall, man. You guys are in the wrong camp. You're in the wrong camp, boy. You're on the wrong corner, boy. Slakia. For who is this uncircumcised Philistine that he should defy the armies of the living God? There's your point right there. Who is this glowworm? Oh, dude, he's got the 100% truth according to the Bible. Him? I don't think so. And the people answered him after this manner, saying, so shall it be done to the man that killeth him. And Eliab, his eldest brother, heard when he spoke unto the men, and Eliab's anger was kindled against David. And he said, why camest down hither? And with whom hast thou left those few sheep in the wilderness? I know thy pride and the naughtiness of your heart, for thou art come down that thou might see the battle. And David said, what have I done? Is there not a cause? Wisdom and Knowledge channel. Dude, why is JD Niger bringing all the smoke? Because it needs to be brought. Why is JD Niger talking so mean to everyone? Why is he such a mean Bible prick? Because it needs to be done. Bethlehemite is not afraid. We fucking stand by the living God. We stand by Solomon till the fucking end. Tired of being mad, but I'm not getting softer. I'm going to get harder and harder and harder and harder until someone comes and fucking faces off with me and I have to show them what it is all about. I'm nice and safe over here in Huntington. You can't even come into the city if you're a dirty fucking scumbag. The police will be on you in a second. Come on down. I'm right here every Monday. Send your LA boys down here. They're only a few miles away. or your San Diego boys. Send them up. Let's have a chit chat. Let's do a fucking debate. Let's do a Bible debate, guys. Let's fight in the spirit. Tired of sitting back and getting nothing. I'm calling you guys out daily. Not one of you can even just. You're a bunch of cowards. Because you know you're wrong. And David said, "What have I now done? Is there not cause?" And he turned from him toward another and spoke after the same manner. And the people answered him again after the former manner. "What are you doing here? Why are you stirring up trouble? We're scared of that glowworm." David's like, "Fuck that glowworm. And your pussy-ass attitudes. What did I come for? You guys have been fucking picking your nose for 40 days and 40 nights, and this fucking uncircumcised glowworm's over here dancing around going, Israel's a pussy, Israel's a pussy. My sheep are fine. You guys are the sheep." That's the story of Goliath. That's the story of David. Oh, it's giants. There were giants. Goliath. Saul sent for David, and when the words were heard which David spoke, they rehearsed them before Saul, and he sent for him. And David said to Saul, "Let no man's heart fail because of him. Thy servant will go and fight with this Philistine." And Saul said to David, "Thou art not able to go against the Philistine to fight with him, for thou art but a youth, and he a man of war." And David said unto Saul, "Thy servant kept his father's sheep, and there came a lion and a bear, and took a lamb out of the flock. And I went out after him, and smote him, and delivered it out of the mouth. And when he arose against me, I caught him by his beard, and smote him, and slew him." What's David saying? None of my sheep ever got taken. You can't pluck the sheep from my hand. Ride with me, people. None of you will be lost. I'll fucking smite every motherfucker that comes against my people. The Lord be my witness. I could go on. I could read the whole story. Is there any reason to continue? I mean, it's a beautiful story. It's a beautiful story about how strong Israel is and how the littlest of us are going to be the strongest. The house of David isn't a bunch of Negroes on the corner shouting down Edomites. That's not Israel. That might be the ones that are out there fucking up. The ones that are at the temple, the ones that are in Zion, are coming out with power. To chop every glowworm's head off, to knock every glowworm's arm right off their body, and to cut their feet out from under them and watch them squirm on the ground while we make them our servants. This ain't no play. People think it's a joke. People think it's a joke. Might as well I'm going to do 3. Might as well. I do 3 every day. What's the difference? I don't need to go to work for a minute. Let me see what I got. Should I go on? Do I need to yell some more?